What is happening?
I'm a man of Manethrin, and I approve this message.
What is what are we doing? Like, what is happening?
What's up, guys? Welcome to another Chillporeal, another crossover. I got to pair up my two streaming bros with me. Got Prophet the Dragon, who for some reason moved me to the right side instead of the left.
I did not do such. What? No, I didn't. You did it yourself.
I did not do that. So
you absolutely. You're already getting me in trouble.
Somebody's gaslighting me, and ain't Kyle.
Chaos.
Yeah, why am I down here? You said I was going to be in the top left today.
You know what? I'll put you in the top right. There you go. We'll put Prophet on the bottom. He'll be the bottom. So.
I'm used to being on the bottom. It's okay.
All right. So we got Prophet here. I'm sure you guys don't know who he is. Not that he's important, but we got the more important. We got Dreadroberts here. What's up? What's up? By the way, congratulations. Wow. You are post 10K now, dude.
Nah. I don't even know what to say about it. My gosh.
My dude, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you.
I'm still at 3.
Dude, we gotta get you. We gotta get you to 4K at least, Steve. What can we do?
I haven't done. It's my own fault. I haven't made any videos. Just life has gotten in the way. That's all. I've been able to do live streams here and there, but I haven't. I joke about it, but I know why I haven't moved.
I mean, you've moved and you've moved back and you've moved and I know. I see your subscriber count every day because it's on my channel.
It hangs out right where it's at. It'll go up 10, it'll go down 10. It's so. But I know I haven't made. If you don't make videos, you're not going to get subscribers. That's just So live streams don't really generate subs. So
no, they don't.
So live streams are good for just community building and just that type of stuff, which is awesome. But videos build the channel, and I haven't been making them, so it's not a mystery.
I've seen your streams, and you've been getting a lot of people watching. I was like,
yeah,
whoa.
No, it's been awesome. We had 50 the other night for just some random Jordan Con thing. So yeah, it's awesome. People show up for the streams, so it's been great. But
you got over 50 people for
yeah, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I feel like every time we do the autopsy or just some random stream, I'm always shocked at how many people actually showed up. So how do I complain, right? It's awesome. So yeah, they've been great. I hope they keep being great. Everybody has fun. Chaos, that's my name.
Chaos. I don't know. Are you quiet, Steve? Can you? Everybody, yeah. Apparently, Dempsey thinks you're quiet. So
I'll move my mic a little closer to me. We'll see if it's better.
I don't think you have a problem too. So, oh look. We got. By the way, let's say hello to the chat. So we got Dempsey, the drunken poet himself. It's two of my favorite people. I guess I'm the third wheel. Then we got Cajun Corey. What's up, dude? We got Staple Bro. What's up? He watched Shogun. We got I don't know who this angry Canadian who I see a black
Canadian.
pill, a white pill, and a red pill. I don't know what that means.
What is a white pill?
I don't know. I
Is
don't
that
know.
an angel? You're an angel, so you're the
Yeah.
angel.
I'm not the angel.
Are you? Who? Wait, who? So I guess I'm the black pill.
I think I'm the black pill.
No, no way. You're the black.
Wait, so
You've
what does
given
that
up
make
on
me?
life. You're ready to kill yourself. No, that's
You're
me.
you're the white pill. I mean, you're the problematic pill, Kyle. You're the problematic one here. No, I'm kidding. Guy who drinks regular Dr. Pepper.
I am
Diet
the
Dr.
green
Pepper.
pill. Okay,
Yo.
I am the green pill.
Corrosion's here.
Corrosion.
He's from the Cabrutus Discord.
What's up, Corrosion? Well, nice to meet you. First time
Hello.
seeing you on this channel. I mean, I generally don't cover the Sweet Baby stuff. I cover mainly pop culture and whatever I'm interested in. So, but I'm good friends with these guys. Dreadroberts, good guy. So,
Yeah, thanks for hopping in, man. That's awesome.
and we got a wild trip here.
That's a problem right there. We got to get her out of here.
Why is it always pills? I don't know. I didn't even know this was a pill thing until like post Matrix. I had no idea it was that deep rooted in our culture.
AC hasn't even explained himself. Like, we're all confused. Like, I have no idea.
I think he just typed it in and then he just he clicked out.
Wait,
I think
so is
I get it. I
think
get it. You have the black shirt, so you're the black pill. I have the white shirt, so I'm the white pill. And then what do you say about? And then the red pill.
Is red.
Wait, but that doesn't make sense then.
I know what it is. It's the anti. No, I'm not going to say it. Because it's all the muted colors. It's the anti. I'm not going to go there. I don't want to get you demonetized. We're not on my channel.
So Trip says it's my birthday. You don't get to be mean to me on my birthday.
Wow!
Well, happy birthday, Trip. I think isn't it also your evil twin's birthday who happens to be a horse? Isn't it his birthday too or something? A White Cloak. So, but yeah, we got more. Huh? Oh, we're talking about Pips. We're talking about Pips.
Gotcha.
So yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. See, yep, I was right. I was right in my assessment. So
he gave us a whole diagram. Yeah,
so I'm doom and gloom based on the conversation I had a few days ago. And yes, Roberts, everything's awesome. And Prophet, you're just a rage baiting rage machine. There you go.
A rage machine. Well, if that was true, I'd have more. No, I'm not going to say it. No.
Yep, and then we got Bella Morden. So all my members, thank you for being here. I definitely want to basically, you guys can use my Discord if you guys want to watch stuff. I can provide stuff if you want to. You can host stuff yourselves. So yeah. So but yeah. So guys, all you guys, thank you for being here. So figure we start talk about the finale of Shogun. I got the article here from. I mean, I'm not gonna. Let's share the screen right here. So what did you guys think of the ending? I know Kyle, you and I watched it together, but Prof, or Steve, I know you said stuff earlier. I was curious, can you just reiterate how you felt about the ending?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but like I enjoyed it, but like I sort of like was left like, I don't know, like I felt like there should have been another 15-20 minutes. Like I was left sort of unsatisfied, sort of myself. So like I enjoyed it. It was a good episode. It was entertaining. It was well acted. Everything looked beautiful. All that good stuff. All the same thing as all the other 9 episodes. But I just felt like something was just missing.
What did you want to see?
Honestly, I think if there was some sort of combat in there somewhere, it probably would have done moved the bar a little bit. I mean, because everything's sort of wrapped up, but like, like I didn't understand, and it maybe went over my head. I did watch it late, but like the flashing to his like him being an old man in bed, like the few times that it did, it felt like it was placed in an odd place. I sort of wanted like more like explanation of what the hell was going on there, because I mean obviously he's supposed to be like having, I guess he's supposed to be having a vision or a dream like that, you know, but like then the kids are calling the Japanese savages, so it's like that's sort of contradictory. If they're still in Japan, why would they still be calling them savages if they lived there the whole life and they were born there?
Yeah, they're clearly not in Japan. That's clearly England, but by the way the room looks and all that. So
it's like I don't know. I guess it was just sort of I don't know how to quite explain it other than I was like it ended. And I was like, well, that was enjoyable, but like is that it? Like I don't know. And that may be just
you kind of
I feel like there's another episode.
yeah.
I agree, actually.
I feel like there's another episode with Toranaga like marching into, you know, wherever he needs to go to set up the shogunate and all that, you know, and take over, like Ito. Like I feel like there's an episode missing. It would have been nice to see like part of the actual betrayal in the battle. Rather than just sort of like show it I was Ichiro like going, oh, I'm an idiot, and like knowing that he's dead. Like I don't know. I just would have liked to see a little bit more. But
what about you, Kyle? Dreadroberts?
I mean, I'm right there with them. I kept looking at the episode list to see if there was another one, because it seemed like there was this build up to this big samurai fight. And then it just didn't happen.
Yes, I feel like, sorry to interrupt. It's like I had samurai blue balls. Where's the fight?
I was shocked to learn that it was a very faithful adaptation, because I'm like, well, this is a great adaptation. The writing's great. The politics are great, but you know, we saw all of these internal feelings like boiling to a point, and then when we get there, you know, spoilers, but he's just like, it's already done. What do you mean? Like, what?
Yeah, it's like I won, you don't even know it. Yeah. I won, and you're too stupid to realize it. It's like, okay, but there's still like months till you've actually won. Can we see some of that?
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I wanted to see. It's because it seemed like remember when his son made that dumb decision and fired those cannons at those men, at Ishido's men and all that. I felt like that was setting up a battle. I thought we were going to see a battle. I thought we were going to see, like, you know, fire arrows like we see in the opening credits and all that. I was expecting to see something at least. So I mean, I kind of get why they did it. I mean, the book kind of just ends like that.
Well, I feel like I need to clarify too, because like I've said that a few times to a few people, and they're like, well, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it was great. And I'm like, yes, it was great. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't great. Like, I felt it was great. I just felt like something was left on the table. That's just how it felt. Like there was somewhere else they could have gone to, and they just chose not to, or they just made a conscious decision. Like everybody's saying, it was a faithful adaptation. Maybe they just made a conscious decision to make no changes and just do what they did, which, you know, like, I'd rather that than go off the deep end. So, you know.
So to answer your question, Trip, basically the same. Yabushige commits seppuku with what's his name? Instead of Toranaga, like in this show, it's actually Blackthorn. I think does it. I think does the deed. I think. I forget. Because I did try to watch like, some of the end of the original show. So.
I feel like I heard, like, on the last stream I was on with Sax, I heard something about that being the Blackthorns doing it. I think. I'm not sure. I can't confirm or deny that, but I feel like that's right. I haven't read the book though, so I'm useless.
Yeah, so I think in the 80s one, I think they actually show the epilogue. So the epilogue was basically they have the battle of Sakakigahara.
So
and
they have the battle in the book?
They capture him, Lord Ishido, and they bury him.
So they have the battle in the book.
In the book,
They have
well,
they have
it's a
some
very
kind of epilogue.
quick little it's a quick epilogue.
Yeah.
And
But
they
why
do
would
and they do a voiceover thing in the original
but there is an
1980
actual
show.
even if it's in the epilogue, there is an actual battle in there.
Yeah.
So I don't. So I'm left confused.
Wow.
I'm left very confused.
You know,
It's like
I was watching this show, and after I finished this episode with Brian, I gave it some thought, and I thought to myself about like what I'm like. Okay, so I used to like criticize Hollywood heavily for just not faithfully adapting things, but I think for certain things, you need to spice it up somehow, especially if you're going to advertise the show as some kind of like samurai battle show, because pretty much every promo poster that I ever saw for Shogun was that actor Toranaga inside of samurai armor ready to bring his sword down. And it just seemed like, even when going into the show, I had this understanding, or at least the show kind of translated to me, that something big was going to come later on, and that this is just setting the stage for it. And so, all I was thinking to myself was, okay, maybe the show could have used a little bit of spicing up and departing if it meant giving us something exciting to close it out. Because, if you're adapting a book like that, and you're adapting it to film, I just feel like you need to give audiences a satisfying conclusion rather than like a straight to ending thing with, and by the way, no epilogue either.
Yeah.
Which is
No.
really confusing.
I think you make a good point, because like, they were building. Then you had the episode that was Crimson Sky, right? Crimson Sky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my father's been watching, and he was like, he was befuddled. He's like, I was expecting like a fight, right? So you're like, right? So you're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, they didn't do it here. Obviously, it was a ruse. Crimson Sky was whatever it was. There's going to be the fight in the next episode, right? And I was while enjoying it, I was watching the clock, going, when are we going to get to the action scene? When is the action scene going to happen? And it's like, I sort of appreciate that, everything doesn't have to have an action scene, but like you said, like the whole season was building to like that event, and it's just like, we're gonna tell you the event happened, but we're not gonna show you it. And it's just like, just show us a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit, please?
Yeah, it was really disappointing, especially like since Toranaga's best friend, you're not, I don't want to say his best friend, but his most devout follower, dude, like committed seppuku, believing that he was going through with Crimson Sky. Like they had that eyeball exchange, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like this he's like, you have no idea what I've got in store for Ichido, right? And so he killed himself to keep that plan alive. And then it's just like, no, it's already done. Like, what?
That's my only complaint. Otherwise, like add 10 minutes, do the epilogue, have just a showdown. Like, I don't care. Just have Toranaga cut Ichiro's head off. Just for funsies.
A sword fight would have been fine.
Just have a fun, just for funsies, just be like, just like, instead of having the close up on his head, just have them have a little sword duel, cut his head off. It's like, okay, my thirst for blood has been satisfied. Sure,
that did not pan out. That little setup right there. The whole thing with his brother was another thing that we didn't really get any closure with.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish, and then
one more thing is that you have, what's his name, the Taiko, the previous Shogun, or whatever they called him. He has a son. I mean, he has a son, and then his mother's the one that's kind of, she's the one that has a Shido and the other regions by the balls and all that. What's going to happen to that kid? Now, I looked it up, what happens ultimately, but I would have loved to have seen that or got some, information regarding that. It just like, say what happens at the end, after the fact, because I mean, we all know Toranaga is based off of Tokugawa, and we all know that Tokugawa takes over Japan, and his family rules it until the Last Samurai, which is 1868. So they rule for 268 years, or maybe a little bit less.
Yeah. No, it's a long. I looked it up too. It's a long time. But
so the Tokugawas are the last samurai, basically, and then the Empire of Japan takes over, and then they get wiped out by World War II, and then now it's just Japan.
Can I ask you guys, because there's two things that sort of like I was so does Mariko has a son?
Yeah.
So she's not the last of the line then, right? Because they were making a big deal of her being the last descendant of the previous shogun.
That's a good
Yeah, that's
question.
a good
So
point. That's a good point.
if she has a son, then why is it such a big deal? There's a living descendant right there. So
Yeah.
that confused me. I was very confused about that. And then I was confused about what the old man Blackthorn stuff was supposed to be portraying to me. Because was it just to say that he left Japan or
This is they actually the showrunners here. I have this article actually talk about it. So the website asks, I think the biggest question people are going to have about the finale surrounds those strange scenes focusing on an old man on his deathbed in a decidedly English environment. So basically, it's Blackthorn. And then they're asking, like, is it a flash forward? Is it a dream sequence? What the hell is it? And so we got the husband and wife team, Justin Marks and Rachel Kondo, basically answering this. So it's basically the regrets of a young man. Basically, is how they're putting it here. So basically they framed it as we're seeing the dream of a young man looking forward with regret to the life that he could possibly have. And apparently he was denied a choice at the end of the show is basically what they're trying to say here.
Hold on, what? That just confuses me even more. So the old man in bed was
It was Blackthorn. It was
well, yeah, I know that. I know that, but like I was trying to take it as like the show was basically his fever dream before he dies. Like that like that's
so that none of that happened. So none of what we saw there happened. It was something that he thought about after dealing with the fact that he's never going to leave Japan.
So
it's a cope. It's basically a cope.
So it was him going, "Oh, this is how I wish to end my life, but I'm not going to be. I'm going to be denied that wish." Wow, that was not. I don't know that was portrayed very well. Then I don't know. Maybe I just missed it.
I kind of felt like they put it in there as an afterthought. If I'm being completely honest, I felt like they kind of knew that this was gonna that the show was gonna end in a fizzle. And so because of that, they wanted to throw some tidbit in there to keep the audience guessing and watching, because I really couldn't see the point of that whole flash forward scene. And by the way, I just want to point out, I did really love the show.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the better ones out there. I just think that the ending has kind of thrown off my perception of this whole thing. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that little flash forward. It just kind of feels like it was shoehorned into, I don't know, to give people something to watch, because I felt like by the end, and he made that choice, to drop the cross and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, but it's like, really? I mean,
well, that was the other thing. It's like, wait, but he had the cross. Like that's what it just started confusing. I was like, wait a second, how did so obvious? It's like, so I don't know. Yeah, I think it just could have done without. I don't think it needed to be. How about you take those 10 minutes out? It probably wasn't 10 minutes, but and have somebody cut somebody's head off in a fight.
Yeah, I really thought that things were heating up when they were going to capture Mariko.
Yeah.
And then and her samurai just started fighting on her behalf. I thought that things were heating up then. Oh man,
they heat up.
I thought it was going somewhere.
So I forget
somewhere.
Did this happen? I forget if this happened. Did Blackthorn actually propose seppuku?
Yes, he did.
And he was denied, right?
He tried to. Toranaga straight up stopped him. He was about to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. So, yeah, so in the book, it happens much earlier. So, I don't know. So they felt that...
that was like his test. He was... According to him, that was his test to see if he'd really dropped his war against the Christians. And realizes that it's a small thing, and that he could trust him to build him his navy or whatever.
Yeah. So it's just, yeah, it was just one of the. I mean, I liked this. I liked the show. I liked how it began. I felt there was a lot of weight in what was going on. It was. I thought the whole idea of having the Catholics there was very interesting. It kind of subverted my. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know nearly as much about Japan during this era as I probably should have. But I had no idea, like the Christian. I had no idea the Catholicism made its way to Japan, and I mean, like just the fact that two of the regions, you had the dude in the red, and then you had the leper. Were they were two of the five were Christians. I was like surprised.
I don't know. Have either of you watched Blue-Eyed Samurai?
I watched like the first couple episodes, but I have not finished it.
I don't know why I kept, because I guess because there's a lot of sort of like
That's an anime, right?
A lot of yeah. I don't know about a lot of parallels, but they're dealing. She's dealing with like the Christians like basically invading and trying to take over Japan type story through the whole thing. So I kept going back and forth, just sort of like, I mean, I felt like they sort of paralleled each other, but yeah, I it's one of those, like, you're right. Like the show was it was really good. It was really, 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 really good. And I wouldn't even say it flopped the ending, because I don't feel that. Like, you still got some cool, like, seeing how smart Toranaga is and how far he plans ahead, and the burning of the boat, sort of, him burning the boat and letting everybody else assume that it was somebody else, sort of thing. Like, he knows he burned the boat, and he goes to the extreme of still killing people in the village, right? So he's a man of extremes, right? So you see all that, right? So I don't even think the finale, I would say, was bad. I just, do the epilogue, give us, I don't know. Maybe
I was like, it's not going to end here. It's not going to end here. It's
right.
Not gonna end here. And then it says Shogun.
I watched through the credits, thinking like there's got to be 10 minutes at the end or something. Like I kept looking at the clock. It's like, wow, this is really, I'm really into this. When is it going to pop off? And it just never popped off.
And I think I checked too, didn't I, Kyle? Didn't I think I was checking to see if there was anything at the end.
I believe you did. I think a lot of people were expecting to see Ichido get his in the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The little weasel didn't get his head chopped off. What the
hell? Yeah.
But yeah, Staple Bro brings up an interesting point. He says maybe the son of Mariko doesn't have the same family name, so it's still technically ending her.
Well, I mean, I guess
line or something.
Maybe she's the last direct descendant of him. So I guess that, like, with their traditions,
with the family name or something.
Well, just she's the last direct to him, like last of his like direct, can be directly related to him. Now, like, lessening of bloodlines, that you start mixing. She is like straight to him, so maybe that's what it is, because there's another degree of separation between the son, and the former shogun. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole rosary was basically, according to the showrunner, so they're asking, we see the man fondle a rosary, which the viewer appeared to be the one that belonged to Mariko. However, later in the finale, we see Blackthorn drop it in the ocean. According to the showrunner, he says this is the rejection of his future self or something. It was what confirmed once and for all that the future would never be possible, to say goodbye to her now and not to bring her rosary home as some souvenir from some colonial exploit. I don't know. I don't think they quite understand what the hell they're talking about.
I felt like that. I felt like her dropping into the water next to Fuji's stuff, honoring. I thought that was him honoring her memory.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. It was basically letting go. Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's what they're sort of saying, but in a weird way. Like, there's a cringe paragraph right here that I don't even want to get into. Let's just say it has something to do with Savior and white and stuff. I just want to read it.
Oh, really?
Wait, what? How do you get white Savior from Shogun?
They talking about Black.
I gotta see this.
He basically screws up the whole time.
Yeah, well, not just that, but he's on the sidelines a lot, asking. Yeah. He's like, "Hey, can I?" He literally asks Toranaga in several episodes, "Hey, can I do something interesting?" And Toranaga's like, "No."
No, right, and also like up until probably the like almost probably the last 5 minutes, he doesn't understand what Toranaga's doing until maybe
Yeah.
like the very end where they lock eyes. It's like, okay, he's got it. Right?
Yeah.
I
He
don't
does
know.
get one shining moment where he blasts a dude in the face with a gun and then
That's true.
pulls a dude into the wall and shoots him through the wall. That was really cool.
Yeah, that
Because
was
you
good.
actually got to see his pirate action.
Yeah,
You know,
I was glad that
His-
it was nice to see him carrying around his musket with his swords. That was cool.
that was cool.
All right, so this is what they're saying. We felt there was a little bit of, I don't know, because that's what they say. I don't know. Almost a cosmic humor, almost at Blackthorn's expense, in the long tradition of many decades of Hollywood doing the white savior archetype.
Man,
Under different circumstances, this might be a classic white savior moment. Please accept my life in protest of what you're doing to this village. Please accept my life in protest of what
What?
you're doing
It's
to this
just-
village.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Do these people not watch the shows?
I guess this is
Yeah.
another great take from showrunners. Just remember House of the Dragon, Steve?
Yeah.
Except for the
This
fact that we've revealed that the whole setup with the village is false. It's scam. It's just meant to get him to that point. So we really like that because it was about bringing Blackthorn to a certain brink, but also an entirely constructed and fictional scheme that Toranaga has created for himself.
Which is the whole whatever.
Right.
Why do you even bring up the white? Like, just don't erase the
I
paragraph.
think they needed to say something, and
It's so silly.
so it's
just
a false redemption arc.
It's like ha ha. You wanted to be a white savior, but we showed you.
And they're like, yeah,
It's like
something
what?
Blackthorn, yeah.
Like Blackthorn wanted to save people. What an asshole.
yeah.
Like, okay. All right, my bad. I don't know. I don't get it. Drives me crazy.
So, but I got a super chat
Oh,
from a
sorry.
certain. Come on, Steve, stop interrupting my clicks.
So I was trying to bring it up.
I'm gonna take away your privilege. I'm take away your privileges.
you
I don't know
ignored
how
all
I don't know
that
how
for 10
I
minutes.
keep forgetting. I don't know how I keep forgetting to take away his privileges. Like give him
Dude,
the
don't
Kyle.
screw with me. I'll start turning on videos.
Oh no. All right, Eldan for $10, member. Thank you, Eldan, for the super chat. I think the way they chose to end it was in line with the vibes for the rest of rest of how they portrayed it. 'Twas more about the tension than the payoff. I can live with it. Now, Shogun 2, 24/7 ninjas.
Boom. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't disagree. I think that the show was really great for what it was. I think that just like the inner samurai in me wants to see samurai combat. So,
Yeah.
and just
I'm
because I'm
exactly-
used to seeing payoffs like that, I can't knock it because it really is faithful. But I will admit that I kind of wish they maybe had taken a couple of liberties to make it exciting for people watching at the end. But I agree. I do agree.
Oh, I think it. Yeah, I think the ending's fine. Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. It still was an amazing show from start to finish, 100%. Like I think Dempsey asked like out of 10. I still probably 9.5, 9 maybe. But like because it's hard to make anything perfect, but like very high. Like I don't like giving number ratings, but it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree. So, but yeah, that's we pretty much. I think we pretty much covered everything about Shogun that we wanted to. So, I mean, I give it a 9 out of 10. If it had a stronger ending and a better payoff, I probably would have given it a 10. I still plan to own it. I still plan to get I want to get the physical copy when it comes out.
I'm gonna give it like a solid 8.
I think that's fair too. I think that's very fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fair too.
I hate even putting numbers on things, but 9. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm not consistent with what numbers I put on things. But
I mean, I heard about this show. I heard about the original show, which was a show that I meant to watch at some point. But I mean, I heard about this and I saw how it looked, dude. The way the show looks, I mean, I want to play Ghost of Tsushima now.
Can
I've
I-
been telling you, Kyle. I want to play Ghost of Tsushima now after watching this show.
has
Yeah.
do we know what, like, do they show ratings at all? Because I don't know. I feel like it's one of those, I feel like there's not nearly enough people talking about this show for how good it is.
I've heard that the show has not gotten a whole lot of ratings.
Because
Oh, really?
no, I for some reason, yeah, because like every time I go onto Hulu, like it's, and who knows how much you can trust their ranking system, but it's never been number one on their like watch list, like of like shows, and it's just like I forgot what it was that I went on there, and I was like shocked because it was like ahead of Shogun, and Shogun just came out. It's like, wow, that's crazy. So I don't know. I feel like it's sort of a crime that it's just not being talked about more, and I feel like it's not being watched as much as it deserves to be. I don't know.
So I think this is episode 2 or something. Episode
Oh,
1 or
there,
episode
so
2.
so
So
that shows
That is
like
pretty
it's doing what good.
yeah. So it hits according to the headline, it hits 9 million. I'm wondering what that actually entails. Is it 9 million just for the first couple minutes, or because remember how how did they do it with Wheel of Time, Steve? Like wasn't it like
They cheated. Like they were counting minutes, like, or something. So it was like, I don't, yeah, they were counting minutes watched instead of views. So like it was up in the billions of minutes or something, but when you actually broke it down, it was like it was like not that much.
So according to this, the premiere episodes, I forget how many episodes did it start with. Only a single episode, or did it
I think
start
it
with
was
two?
might have been two.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
So, so 9 million views globally across Hulu, Disney Plus, and Star Plus in its first 6 days of availability. So, I don't know if is that considered good for a premiere for a show premiering on a streaming service.
I mean, if they're
for a week?
comparing, if it's more than The Bear, I mean, The Bear was being critically acclaimed for being a huge success. So I would assume it's good.
The Bear is on my list. The Bear is on my TV list. So
The Bear is very good.
is it okay?
I'm
I
looking
know
forward
it's a
to starting that up.
The Bear is extremely good, except
the guy's a chef, right? The guy from frickin'
yeah.
from Shameless, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good. I wasn't thrilled with the finale season 2 either, but it was still very, very good.
Yeah. Okay, you're right, Steve. The first 2 episodes aired the same day.
Yeah, I think it was 2.
Yeah.
Well, DJ Ronnie said barely.
Ha 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 ha. Ha. Oh man, look at that guy. Can we time him out for about 5 minutes? No.
He's got seniority over you, Steve. So probably not.
He's got a wrench too. So.
He's got a wrench and he's got senior. I think he's been a member. He's probably my oldest. I don't know if he's my oldest member, but he's one of them.
Close enough. Yeah.
So we got Decepticons Cave of Collectibles here. What's up, man? We got did we get anyone else? Oh, we got Jaden. Jaden's here. He says he watched the Shogun from the 80s. He gave it out of
3.999. Wow.
Out of 10. That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good. I think
like
he
best
meant
show
to say
ever,
out of
0
4.
out of 10.
I mean, maybe out of 4. I think was what he was getting at.
Maybe.
We love you, Jaden.
I'm glad you made it to your destination, sir. Be safe out there, buddy.
Yes, likewise. And I don't think anyone else showed up. So okay, good. So but yeah, that's good to hear. But Mark Clark, member for 8 months. 8 months with my hair growing back even thicker. Sweet.
Nice. So that's what missed the joke, because that's what joining the continuing does. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's
How
right.
big are balls now, Mark? Did your dick grow 3 sizes?
What did you say? Didn't you say, Steve, that after you joined the Continuum, your relationship with your kids got better, and you got better better video games, and your son's like, no.
Absolutely. See,
Aw.
Dempsey's got it. He got 2 inches when he joined. I mean, good lord.
Wow.
So that's what you're at 3 now.
3 what?
He grew 2 inches when he joined. So I said he was at. So now he's
Oh.
at. Thank you.
Oh,
Is it
I
that
thought you were-
late?
I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking to me. I'm like 2 or 3. I'm like 3 what? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
It's not funny, dude.
See, he
It's
liked
an
it.
honest. It's an
He
honest.
liked it.
It's an honest.
He liked it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
did. Yeah, I did.
My gosh.
So, and we got. Oh yeah, Jacob's here. What's up, Jacob? So, all right. So I'll close out of this, and I guess we could let's talk about video game adaptations. I figure we'll talk about the most obvious one, the most recent one that came out, Fallout. Now I remember
Yeah.
I saw your reaction, Steve. I saw Salty's reaction. Did you ever change your mind about the early episodes? Or
Me?
did you still feel that they were
For
subpar?
me to, yes. I should probably go back and rewatch them because I appreciate that the later episodes are trying to answer some of the questions that the first few rose. But I still pretty much any scene with a huge action scene or any episode with a huge action scene with it, I ended up not liking. Is basically where I'm at because, like, and it's not. And I think that it might just be a coincidence because there's some. I don't know. It's been a while, so it's not fresh in my head what exactly I disliked. I know the choreography was absolute dog shit. But you know,
Yeah, I rewatched the first episode today.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, some of the choreography was not good, like especially with the naked dude and what's her name?
I mean, yeah, it's like I get the girl running forward and getting stabbed in the eye. That's all for the memes. That's supposed to be funny, right?
Yeah.
It's like I still have a huge problem with the way Lucy dies and then doesn't die, and then she dies again and she doesn't die, and then she heals herself, which fine, you heal yourself with a stim pack, fine. But and then just like the end of the first, like because the first episode is the freshest in my mind when we talk about it, because those were huge problems for me, and then just I mean the whole. Like no security, like I don't know, like all that was sort of weird. And then just
the thing
then,
that
then at the end, her going choose one and then not killing anybody. It's like, well, why what? I don't.
Yeah, and here's the thing: the especially at watching that first episode after the big reveal in episode 8, I'm like, how would what's his name not recognize what's her name right away? I forget what's her name again.
Moldova.
Yeah,
she should know who he should know.
Like she knew who he was. So I'm surprised that Kyle MacLachlan, who apparently is a bad guy now. So the whole thing of him being a bad guy and rewatching the first episode makes zero sense. Kyle, maybe you can help with this. Maybe you can help me understand.
I'm not going to pretend to remember the part where he where it shows that he's going to be a bad guy in the future. I don't know, like because when that the only thing I think about is back when those raiders are attacking, and like we were just talking about, the lady gets stabbed in the eye, and a whole bunch of people get just wrecked in that scene.
How did they stop the raiders?
They didn't.
Yes, they did. They imprisoned them.
They imprisoned them, right? Yeah.
No, they no. What she did was she had the trank gun, and she was tranking a bunch of people. So those were the prisoners, but they were held hostage at the end. And then what's her name, Moldova or whatever, says you got to make a choice.
She tranked all of those raiders.
Yeah,
there was 20 of them.
Also, I believe her name is Moldaver.
Okay, Moldaver.
Yeah.
She tranked them. I mean, because they were getting killed left and right. I mean, like the ones that survived were the ones that went hid, like the council people or something. They went and hid, and the girl with the eye.
There seem to be a lot of people surviving, though. I'm sorry, like that like for how long they were, I mean, going at it.
I mean, they were there. It was basically the Red Wedding. They were taken by surprise. You know,
Right.
it was-
Well, and like they were all, we're supposed to believe they were all in that courtyard. So that many people in that vault got away. I'm having trouble. Like, so, you know, it's stuff like that from the first few episodes, just like, and then like, well, and maybe somebody can explain to, is she, okay, well, Moldaver, since she's one of the biggest problems I have with the whole series, is she in a cryotube? Is she a ghoul? If not either, how is she still alive?
So I assume that she was. I assume that like if I'm trying to create logic for the show, I would assume it's because Lucy's dad and Moldaver were cryogenically frozen and came out at a certain point in time to assume control of wherever they were. Because she does look older. She just doesn't look, 200 years older, maybe like 20 years older, because she looks much older in her Moldaver in her
Yeah.
future self.
Yeah.
But she looks way younger in the flashback. So that's like something I just kind of thought of in my head at the time. That maybe they were just freezing themselves, but the like planned to come out at a specific point.
So she froze herself independently of the vault.
Either that, or she had. I mean, she clearly had some kind of connections. The way that she was like pushing this, I don't even know if I fully understand what her movement was.
Light stuff up with cold fusion, I guess.
Cold fusion tech. But honestly, I felt, and I think I mentioned this to Brian, I felt like her plan was supposed to be a lot bigger than what they showed us in the last episode.
Maybe
because it seemed like this, just the way that she was talking to people in the past, it seemed like she had a really big plan that was beyond just bringing power to a city one day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It just felt like they would plan to do more with her, but they kind of like had to cram all this stuff into the I don't know.
Well, and then they did a Leandrin, Brian. Like they totally did a Leandrin with the ghoul chick. It's like, you love her so much that you're going to torture her and leave her as a freaking frenzied ghoul for however freaking long, like that. Like,
yeah,
wow, you are a terrible person.
Yes.
Like,
So that was the mother. That was her mother.
That was Lucy's mother. The one where that's where she got the Pit Boy to get into the vault, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I don't know.
It made the finale didn't make a whole lot of sense.
The finale wasn't like, the finale was the weakest of the second half. For me, but I mean, and it's like, I still don't understand why you wouldn't want to just make yourself a ghoul as long as you have ghoul juice. It seems like it's a really good thing.
It's the best way to go. You just survive everything.
Yeah, you're immune to bullets. You can't die. You can get shot 1,000,000 times. As long as you have the ghoul juice, it's good to be a ghoul.
Speaking of ghoul, I actually kind of wanted to touch on what you were talking about earlier with the first 3 episodes. I actually felt like some parts of the first 3 episodes were filmed really well, and you can kind of tell the camera work is a lot different for the scenes that seem that they fit more inside of a Fallout show. And then they have like a bunch of shaky cam stuff that seems like they kind of threw those scenes together. I kind of noticed that in the town of Philly, for example, with the ghoul fighting the guy in power, Maximus in power armor.
Yeah,
that was a really Marvel-y scene to me, like a Marvel Studios kind of thing. But when I went back to watch it, I think that it was probably it was a really happy mistake, but I think it was a mistake for them to show the ghoul very up close in episode 7, because when you go back and watch the earlier episodes, it seems like it's actually a mask on him. Like they kind of put the suit on him in certain scenes, like this little, ghoul suit, and kind of threw these scenes together to, I don't know, make some kind of first 3 episodes. Because the one thing I noticed is that the execution and writing is really poor. And I was so shocked to know that Jonathan Nolan directed these, because
it's so weird, because it's like, as soon as there's a switch, it's like flipped at episode 4. and it's just like it's like almost a completely different show.
It explodes to life. I don't understand it.
It's so weird.
I
It's
forget.
so
Do you
weird.
remember how episode 4 begins? I'm looking at.
Well,
it
okay,
now.
so I did not. So, oh no, that was episode 3. It really annoyed me in episode 3 when she sits down and goes, "I'm going to stick this tracking thing up the nose." Then the next scene, the head, of course, gets taken. The next scene is like,
Yeah.
guys, what are we doing?
Was this the episode? Oh, this was the episode. That was the episode 3. Was the one with the gulper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
That,
the
that was
finger tongue thing.
that was weird.
The
That was weird.
The scene where she's just like talking to the head and she sits down, she's like, I better put a tracker in you. And then like not even 5 minutes later, she sits down and she loses the head to the gulper. It's like,
Yep.
wow, like brilliant. It's like what am I supposed to do with that? I just don't like I don't even know. Yeah, it's just nuts. And then like I don't know, like I felt like they didn't do a good job explaining what the hell Cold Fusion guy was doing, why he was there, who they were, why he was the only, why they all had attack dogs. Like I didn't understand like what the hell and why he was the only one that could come up with it. Like, were they all trying to make Cold Fusion? Was he do they already have Cold Fusion? Did he steal it? How does he know the woman that he's giving her the Cold Fusion? Like,
Right.
Like what is like why like
Yeah, that's confusing.
if everybody now the Cold Fusion little nerd is out in the freaking wasteland. Now you have bounty hunters and everybody's out searching for it because it's like, well, if that's such a big deal, why don't you just attack the place and take it over and make the Cold Fusion stuff? Like, I don't know, the way the scientist group that to get the fusion reactor thing introduced was very just, I feel like, stamped in.
Yeah, haphazardly thrown together.
Yeah, and then the fact that the scientist dies before he leaves that compound, also doesn't help, since the Gatling gun that's 5 feet away from him apparently can't. So
Yeah, I completely forgot about the head when episode 4 like started really rolling.
Yeah,
I think it just completely left my mind because it seemed like the show just kind of put that way in the back and then started leaning into the character arcs and their journey. And I think that's kind of why I kind of started falling in love with the show, just because it just kind of, at that point, it was genuine.
Yeah,
it really felt like a TV show. The first 3, there's something so strange about it. I can't figure out even now if it's that Jonathan Nolan came up with these first 3 episodes and it's like these writers built off that to try and make it better. Like, oh, we can totally do way better than this and actually create something from this, or if there were different 3 episodes and Jonathan Nolan came in and changed everything, and then 4 is what we were supposed to have. So
the first 3 were not only directed by Jonathan Nolan, but they were written by Geneva Robertson Dworet and Graham Wagner. So all 3 were those, and then the next 4 through 8 were written and directed by different people. But yeah, guess who wrote the finale? Guess who directed the finale?
Nolan did.
No.
Oh, he didn't?
Wasn't it Wayne Yip or something?
Wayne Yip.
Yeah, Wayne Yip. That's what it was. I knew it was somebody.
Wasn't he from like Rings of Power, I think?
Dude, wait, is this the same dude who did the shot in like 2 hours fight scene with the soldiers with Galadriel? Like she was like training
I think so.
She was like training the men, remember? And she just kicks
all
their butts.
I've tried to forget.
Dude, if that's the same guy, then it kind of makes sense.
I'm pretty sure I think you're absolutely right. I think that's who it is. Wait, which wait, hold on, I'm gonna look
Wayne
this up.
Yip. Wayne Yip.
I bet it's it must be like episode. I want to say it's like episode
4. Was it 3 or 4?
I mean,
it had to be 3 or 4 because all I remember is like we don't move at all in episode.
He directed the 3rd episode.
3, 4. Yeah, it had 3, 4, and 5. It's him. 3, 4, and 5 he directed. Yeah, it's him. Absolutely.
So that had to be Amazon just pulling one of their previous directors out and saying, "Hey, just knock this one out really quick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely him because it was definitely in one of those 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it was definitely.
He also
him.
did Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I know he sucks.
Wow.
He's
Wow.
horrible. But no, like
Man.
the only glaring issue I had with 4 was like I remember I was a little bit irritated that Lucy just happens to find Maximus like
Yeah.
under the bridge. It's like, okay, I guess. But it was like the rest was okay. Like I was enjoying it enough. There's like, all right, I guess they had to get them together. I'll let it go. It's still sort of clunky, but it annoyed me that she just found him in the tunnel. But yeah. So
What did you think of Maximus, actually?
there he has moments, right? Like I feel like there's a few moments where he's talking like there's a few moments I felt like it's like, wow, he's actually making sense. I feel like it was like I feel like I want to say it was episode 7 when she was saying some nonsense and he's like going like, no, that's not how things are or something like that. I feel like maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I feel like there were some moments where he was actually saying some stuff that made sense. And then I did enjoy the whole episode where he's like, nah, I don't want to leave the Fallout shelter. It's great here. And then like and then he does the right he thinks he's doing the right thing to save her. That was I thought that was all good. Like I like that. So I again, I think Maximus is better in the last group of episodes by far. But there's some moments where it's just like, ugh. And then there's other moments where it's like, oh, wow. Okay. That's it's a little profound, the thing he just said. Okay. So,
yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too far off from that. I think that he had good moments too. I think there were some moments where I was like, why did he just say that? And then there were others where I tried to align it like with the video game, just like, oh, so he's just being like an autistic vessel for players right now. Because he would go up to people and just be like, hey, where do you get your power from? And that's like something you can just go up to somebody in a vault and ask them, and they'll tell you. You just go to the power room, right? So I felt like sometimes they were trying to do things like that as nods to gamers. But I think that, I think sometimes it was a hit, and then other times it was a miss. So you probably wouldn't be able to catch it every single time. But I think that they tried to do that with Maximus.
Yeah. Well, and I think the point is I hope, I mean, you sit there going, wow, man, this dude is a freaking idiot. And I think that's actually the point. He's supposed to be an idiot. And it's like, okay, as soon as you can navigate that he's supposed to be a complete idiot, it's like, oh, I'm just going to leave my armor on a tree in the forest. It'll be fine here.
Yeah. What did you think of him killing what's his name? What did you think of that? I hated that scene with so he's supposed to be the squire of all people. I don't know whose idea was it to have Michael Rappaport play a brother, weird, a knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. Michael Rappaport.
That whole scene, I hated it. I hated it all. It sucked.
It was cringe. I would have rather had like a villainous, Lord of the Brotherhood or something, because like the way they set it up in the beginning when he was being when Maximus was being interrogated at the end of the first episode, by the headmaster, I was just like there was a menace there. So I was expecting, there'd be a point where he'd have to turn on, or the Lord would try to kill him or something. But no, he couldn't even handle a freaking, what was that? What was that creature? A bear?
It was a
bear.
A Yagway.
Which apparently it's in the game. So because I asked, but it's like, dude, like have him like, I don't know. I really like the minute he's just like, first he pusses out and he sends the guy in no armor in after the bear. It's like, what are you doing? And then he just runs away. It's like, why? Get your freaking giant
I'm like, is this supposed to be funny? I'm like, this is cringe. I mean, there's funny moments. It's
there are some
is satirical, so I get it, but that was not it.
No,
that was stupid.
it's just he's so overtly just an asshole. He's like, they're gonna kill you when you bring me back. They're gonna kill. Oh, give me a stim pack, by the way. They're gonna kill you, man, because you're terrible squad.
Yeah,
You're
like
dead.
what?
It's
He
like,
knows he's dying. He's just like trolling the guy before he goes. Like, really?
Yeah, and
It's
then
like,
and then he just lets him die. I was just like,
well, and all that he keeps
okay.
asking for impact. It's like, why would he get? Why would you're telling him? You're telling him you're gonna have him killed. Why?
Yeah.
We're
would
gonna
he
hang
give
you
his
after you
impact?
save me.
Yeah, it's like, you're just. Is that the point that he's all Brotherhoods of Steel like knights are dumb? Like
Well, the way the first episode began, it
Well-
was with him. It was they're all bullies. They're all bullying. They're all bullying him.
Yeah. Well,
You know what? The first 3 episodes, again, there are things in there that it feels like the later episodes are just trying to make up for or
Okay, so-
apologize for.
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking that right now because the scene where that the character that had no business being a squire is made a squire.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
whatever whatever
Was
that-
it Rena? That was Rena, right?
Rena,
From
yeah,
Wheel
Rena.
of Time.
I think it
could
was
barely
Rena.
pick up a box.
Her arms look like they're gonna break all the time, and she's just standing there. But like the scene where she jams her foot into the boot with the razor blade when it's a giant ass razor blade, and you're like, "What the fuck was that?" It's actually accounted for in later episodes. Like, oh, okay, she did it. It did it to her to itself. Is
To
it
herself,
it?
yeah.
They, them, whatever. The thing, it's like, dude, there is a giant. Like, how did you not see that? Right, that's what I'm all thinking about. It's like this giant razor blade. It's like that big,
Yeah.
in her boot. It's like, how would you not see that? And the show goes, well, it was me. I did it on purpose. Like, oh, so that's it. I think that's exactly what you're talking about. The show going, we need to fix this because that's totally dumb.
It felt like the show was at constant war with itself. That's why I was speculating that these episodes were completely disconnected, and either they disagreed and went a different direction later, or that Jonathan Nolan was brought in to like fix something that was messed up. Because yeah, she admits to him that it wasn't any of those bullies, because they were really emphasizing a bully plot in that first episode with Maximus. But she's like, oh, it wasn't them, it was me. And then they even resolve the bully himself and make him into a better person later. It's like, no, I needed a target.
They made him into a ghoul. That's what
they made him into a ghoul.
That guy's living life, man. Like,
not just
he's
that,
like, why? He's like, he has the arrow through his neck or something.
Yeah,
Why am I alive? Because you're a
that
ghoul,
was
bro.
actually really funny. That was a funny scene. Yeah,
that guy. I forgot what that guy's from, but he's always good as that weird, like, ironic character. He does a good job.
Yeah, but Maximus and him, like, they had such a strained relationship that episode 3, right? Because he's like, I grew up. What was his job? He was a fly poop farmer or something.
Yeah,
like
fly
that.
poop farmer, and making protein bars just out of the flies or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then like Maximus is torturing him, and then in the next episode, they're just like chilling together by the fire and like partying with the suit and stuff. Yeah. And it's like.
Can somebody address the whatever? I lost my terminology. Why are these extremely rare fusion reactor cores in the back of the suits where anybody can grab them at any time?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, because they didn't what's his name get trapped in that suit?
Well, that's that's what he does to, like, that's when in episode 4, I think it is, that's when Lucy finds him under the overpass. He's stuck because Thaddeus took it out of there, right? But my question is if those are so valuable, why didn't the guys that were looking at his suit just take the core out and take it?
That's also another good question.
Yeah.
It's like, I know somebody told me that, like, cores are supposed to be rare, but, like, they deplete fast. So like that was another thing I guess they just decided not to do. But
why didn't the ghoul take out his fusion core when he clearly has very extensive 200-year knowledge of the armor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he knew. He
He's
knew
like-
the type and
He's
model.
like,
and
watch me cut your oxygen instead of just taking out the fusion core.
Right. Watch me cook. I know exactly where to shoot, where the weak spot in the armor is. It's like, dude, like, wow. It's like, okay, like this armor sucks.
I forget what episode was it with the remember like he gets into a fight and then they hit him into the armor. They punch him into the power armors. They beat him into the power armor. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that had to have been like at the end of episode 3, or like either that or it was episode.
Yeah, it was
Did she
episode
find-
3. The one where he crushes the guy's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I think it's episode 3. I think so.
Yep.
Because it's just like, what are we? What is?
And you know,
What are we
actually,
doing?
you know,
What's happening?
before I forget-
Wait. I gotta do it.
What is happening? Deserves it. Absolutely. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah.
What really bothers me the most about the power armor is that they do this thing that's different from the games, where I feel like they really wanted that, or they really planned for this Michael Rappaport scene to really take off with audiences and just be like this, whoa, because they made the power armor voices that same stupid like voice changing thing that you see in everything. It's like roar, speak, roar. But in the games, it's just like a radioed version of that person's voice. And I feel like that would have been way more impactful, but because it was like Michael Rappaport, they didn't want you to know. They just went ahead and changed the voices to make them sound really dopey and dumb when they're in power armor.
Well, that and you know the ruse that he's not actually Titus a few times, right? So
Right.
it's one of those. Okay, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those like Walter Goggins. I think pretty much took over the show. And everybody that's on the screen with him is better for it. So.
Oh yeah, like especially like he cut. What did you think of the scene where he cuts off her finger?
I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've heard various things. I've heard like some people said it was stupid. Some people said that's accurate because she's in shock.
But here's no. Sorry, if your finger comes off, it's gonna hurt at some point.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so like she wasn't in shock. He cut her finger off, and then that is a problem. My biggest problem, besides for that, is it's just resolved in the next scene. When the psycho organ taking robot just puts her finger back on before he goes to cut all her organs out,
gave her like a dead finger or something. It was a great finger. I was like, ugh.
But still, it works. It's just oh hey, so that scene is pointless. So why did we do it?
Yeah, that was actually one of the things I was going to point out too, because that's what I felt like the show was apologizing for. Because remember how you mentioned, we were just talking about it, she gets stabbed and then she's instantly healed with Stimpack, right? She never walks in the show and holds her waist again. I mean, she just walks it off like it's completely fine. But I think that I gave it a positive at the time because it was just the show showing that like when these guys sustain wounds, like there's a permanence to it. But now she has a gray finger. Obviously, it works just like her normal finger. But it seemed like they took the wounds that these characters got and they carried it into episodes and into further episodes. Like the ghoul, right? He's like sewing his finger on while he's getting interrogated, and he had just. I actually didn't know that you could do that. I thought, and at first I thought he was sewing on her finger. I thought he kept her finger, and he put it on his own. But yeah, I thought it was interesting, but. I didn't know why he like healed her finger if he was just going to kill her anyway.
Just the quickness. It was another one of those tracker bloopfish things. It's like, finger off, next scene, finger fix. It's like, can something breathe a little bit? I don't know. Like, but that's like I don't know. A lot of that all changes after episode 4. It is literally a switch that is flipped.
What was your favorite scene in the show?
Oh man, shoot, I don't know. I go ahead.
Or your favorite part about the show, I guess.
I actually, you know what? I enjoyed a lot of the vault intrigue the most. with the with Midget Boy. I don't know his name, but just because it was sort of trying to explain what was actually happening, right? So he was doing
Yeah.
the investigating thing, sort of explaining, and it was explaining to us as we're discovering along with him what actually happened and why, just trying to discover how the Raiders got in and all that stuff. So I enjoyed a lot of that, and I liked the Walter Goggins flashbacks were all pretty good too. I enjoyed a lot of those.
By the way,
Yeah,
that one woman that was kind of sus, the older woman, the councilwoman, she was nowhere to be seen during the attack.
The flashbacks, right?
Um,
Oh, you mean during
the first
episode 1 attack?
yeah. It's
Well,
like the
so was
one
she in
dude,
on
the
it?
one dude ran away. The fat dude ran away. The other dude got hurt, but she was nowhere to be seen. So it's kind of like maybe she knew ahead of time, and maybe she was in on it. I'm curious. But
how would she know ahead of time though? Like, well, I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
That's
Kyle, we
interesting.
all know, yeah. But to kind of take this forward, Kyle, we know what I know what your favorite scene is, and would you care to share that scene?
My favorite scene, actually. So I've gone back and watched a few. I'm kind of torn now, but I really love that Western style scene with the ghoul in episode 7, where he just interrogates that dad and his son. After they do their little NCR junk rating thing that they did, and it's funny because Brian here told me when we watched it together later that it was an inspired scene from a really old Western, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right? And because I haven't seen that one in like forever, but then I went back and watched it. I'm like, wow, they're really taking inspiration from that. And he's like, well, if you're going to borrow from somewhere, at least borrow from the best. And
Yeah,
it made sense because that scene was a really good one. I actually felt that was where they wanted to take the ghoul, make him this scary character that was just kind of this wandering entity in the wasteland with a mission that nobody really understands. And his approach to interrogating people was really unique. I just felt like his Walton Goggins performance really stood out there. But then there was that other scene with Lucy and Maximus giving back the fusion core, and even though it was like a very simply written scene, I thought it was just super effective, and I just don't see enough good-natured stuff like that anymore.
Oh, giving it back.
Yeah, giving it back, and just like them just like reaching a compromise and just forming this friendship and then eventually love naturally based on him making the right decisions and showing her that he's different. Like, I just felt like that was really natural character development. And I just wanted to see I want to see more of that. I just want to see those characters. But those are my favorite two scenes, I think.
Basically, you like the wholesomeness of that moment, and I mean the character. I mean, Lucy does grow.
She does.
I mean, she grows.
Becomes a hero.
Yeah,
Lucy changes quite a bit over the run of the show, so that's a good thing.
Did you guys? Did Maximus grow on you guys as well?
He has his moments. Like I'm not like completely on board with him. Like I can't because there's sometimes where it's just like, dude, what are you doing? And then other times where it's like, okay, finally, right? So for me, it's like he's sort of like half in, half out, right? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I think that if there's one thing I find weird about it, it's the way he talks and stuff, and just engages in certain combos. I totally am with you on that. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do there. Maybe they're doing that whole like he's childish.
He's just awkward.
He's just not an uneducated person who doesn't know how to socialize, I guess.
Yeah,
but then other times it comes across really funny too. Like when he, like you said, like when he's in the vaults in the robe and slippers, he's just in his element, So yeah, but I don't hate him. I think I just want to see more of him, and I just want to see more Maximus at his best, and then see where they take him.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to rewatch it, but yeah, I'm basically in the same. I'm basically in the same camp. Um, I he was okay, but I don't know. We'll have to see for season two. I liked it enough that I'm interested in seeing season two. So, which is
Yeah.
a good thing. So, and shame there's not going to be a season two for Shogun. So, but yeah, the first one point I forgot to mention. I I don't know about you guys, but I think because of Shogun, I'm curious. Do you guys think that they will adapt another of James Clavell's books? Like, for instance, what was the one that Dempsey mentioned? Was it Guy Shen or something? I think.
Yeah, he said it in chat a while ago. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming.
So that would be during. That would be. I think that would be shortly before the Last Samurai, basically. So. I think if they do that, make another period piece, like that, I think it would do wonders. Because I don't think any of the other books were ever adapted. So, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but they're all like different time periods, right?
Yeah. So there's one that takes place during the Second World War. There's one that takes place in like China. A couple take place in China. I think one takes place in Taiwan. I think this guy Shen or whatever it's called takes place in the 19th century. And there's continuity. There is continuity between the books, and at least that book and Shogun, because Toranaga's descendants are still in power. It's during the Bakamatsu time when there was civil war between the loyalists of the shogunate and the imperialists that wanted to, bring up the emperor and make the emperor the center of power again, instead of just being a ceremonial spiritual role, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking that they're going to do with that. So hopefully this series will bear some fruit with future stuff, and hopefully the quality still remains. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Just have the same people do it.
Yeah. Just and hopefully they don't make up weird stuff like that old man in bed. And which never happened. Like, oh, how are we going to frame this? Well, we'll frame it in a flash forward that never happens.
Just I was weird how they called it a scam.
Yeah,
just have them how are you going to just have them drop the thing in the water and say goodbye? That's all you need to do.
Yeah,
that's it. And
Pretty
have him cry, and you're good.
No, they had to show him having something ripped away from him.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll have to rewatch it. I mean, I'll have to rewatch it. Maybe
but see there you go. So you do the next one in the continuity, but you start showing Tokugawa being installed as Shogun.
Yes,
that's how you start. That's how you start the next season.
Yeah. Oh boy. So
they should start season 2 with Blackthorn having killed Toranaga and rebuilt his boat.
Absolutely,
he's just ruling over everything now.
Then the timeline's going to be, dude. Then the timeline's going to be warped, and then we need a DeLorean, or we need your time machine to go back and fix it.
He's put Toranaga's freaking head on a spike on the front of the boat, and it's just like,
come on, Marty McFred, we need you, bro.
I want to go back to England.
Totally do that. He's like, I'm going to take over the Japans. I like how he calls it the
Japans.
I want my dream to go true. And the necklace comes out of the water back into his hands like whoopee.
Yeah,
it's like what?
Dude, that was the most annoying thing ever. Seeing him just like, I would like just to tell your master that I would really like to have my boat and my crew back for the like umpteenth time, and he's like, no.
So that's so that's Shogun, everybody. The probably the best show in a while, I'll say.
Wait, but you didn't ask what our favorite, what everyone's favorite part of Shogun is.
Oh god,
like the biggest highlight.
You got to make me remember stuff. Like I have trouble remembering.
I got to be careful not to make you guys think too hard. Sorry.
I liked what did I like? I liked the end of episode 2 when they sent the assassin. When they sent the assassin to go after to go after Blackthorn, but it was Toranaga that stopped her.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Lady Snowblood a little bit. That was an old samurai. It was an old Japanese period piece about a woman who grows up as an assassin, or learns to be an assassin, and lives her life as an assassin. And it was a big inspiration for Kill Bill. So, but that made me think of Lady Snowblood. That's a really good movie.
So does that really happen where they raise those assassins from birth, like just to be good at killing, just for one kill? They said.
I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually. My one of my favorite scenes is when Toranaga gives the priest his land, and then he goes out to the beach to look at his land, and they're like, "Oh, this is actually a great plot of land." And he goes, "Who are those guys over there?" He's like, "Oh, those are the whores."
You mean the tea house? You mean the tea house?
Oh, sorry.
The tea house.
The Willow World.
The ladies of the night, as you would say.
Yeah.
The consorts. The
tea house consorts. There you go.
Consortium, the Willow World.
He's like, what? He's like, what? That and Rockhead. Rockhead was funny. He deserved that.
Dude. That got a really big audible gasp from me.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, what? It was like, oh, come on, dude.
I can't think of a worse way to go.
No.
That was really sad.
It was quick though. It was quick for him though. Yeah, I mean,
no, he gurgled to death. Like I don't.
Oh no, he did. Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
I don't know, man. Like how to you got a naked guy sitting in the ground and you slip on a rock and bust your head and die instead of. It's like.
And that's not even. What's funny is that's not how he. I don't think that's how he dies in the book.
No, it's not. It's not.
I hated that brother so much, dude.
Oh.
I hate how he got that moment of victory over that dude's son, because I think that's another reason I just really wanted some of these people to pay via sword fight.
He comes out scot-free, actually. His Toranaga's brother, at least at this point, he comes out and he's just there, just doing like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. His scheming worked, and he's just such a bastard.
Yeah. That was like the Ramsay Bolton of Shogun. He needed to die, but we didn't get it.
And I will say, I am glad they actually did it, and they didn't puss out and have Mariko survive. That would have been really bad. So
true.
Bravo.
She dies. She dies the same way too in the book and in the original show.
Bravo for doing it and not like pussing out.
Yeah.
So,
that was brutal.
Absolutely. Yep.
I can't believe that guy told on himself though, where he's like, "Forgive me," and they're like, "Hey, we heard you say forgive me," so
yeah.
Oh yeah, that I was like, oh man, because I actually kind of liked it. I kind of like that character too.
He was a weasel. I did enjoy it. Like, he's like, kill me in an interesting way. Have me be eating my fish. It's like what?
That's not.
Just like what?
That's not. That's a terrible way to go.
It's like that's horrible. Boil me in oil. It's like what? Why would you wish for these things? You're crazy. Oh,
what's funny is in college, I was seeing some clips of the original show and the way the Japanese are portrayed in that one, and they're more in line with what AC Angry Canadians said about how they were supposed to be mostly clean shaven and all that.
Yeah.
Unlike this show where they're all got the scruff, they got the scruff and all that. So.
Yeah, I remember listening to him talk about it. And he was saying that who he was watching with was just freaked out about how off they were. But and I'm like, maybe that's true. But like a lot of the characters in the show had like huge beards. I think Yabashigi, he had a
in the original beard. The original actor just had like a pencil mustache, and that was it. And then if you look at the scenes where they're in they're in the room sitting down, all that, they're all clean shaven.
Wow.
So
wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Shogun. So we still got some time left. We still got half an hour. So I figure maybe speculate on some other video game adaptations. I know some have been announced. Obviously, God of War by
Wait, is
Steve's
that a movie?
favorite.
Are we getting a movie?
No, it's I don't know. Is it gonna be? No, it's a show.
It's gonna be a
Is it a
TV
movie?
show done by
And
a
it-
Ray
Oh.
fucking asshole.
Rafe Judkins.
Oh.
It's gonna be so painful, and people don't even see it coming. That's the worst part of this whole thing with the God of War. People hear there's a God of War show being made, and they don't realize how bad it's gonna be, and they're all going to be shocked to their core.
It's because people are programmed to give Hollywood the benefit of the doubt. That's just how it is.
If they don't have Kratos just
It's Kratos
throwing his body into the guts of creatures he's just annihilating with spinny blades all season, then it's not going to be done right.
It's gonna be Kratidas, the female version of Kratios.
or Kratos is going to have a female. No, they're going to have Kratos, but he's going to have a female.
I'm just I don't know.
There's going to be a girl boss.
Kratos is gonna be
Kratina.
yeah.
He's going to be the
Kratos is gonna be
sidekick of the
super-
girl boss. That's actually going to be the actual.
Kratos is gonna be super flamboyant.
Oh,
It's like,
do you think Kratos is going to be played by Maxim?
Yes, I actually do.
yeah.
I actually do.
We're gonna have season 3 where Kratos goes up to Mount Olympus to kill all the gods, and instead of being like, Zeus, I've come for you, he's gonna be like, Zeus, come to talk about your feelings.
Zeus, get over here.
Yeah, here's Zeus.
No. It's like, no, kill me.
My friend and I, we made a terrible joke a while ago, talking about, like, how Kratos will kill everyone in mythology or in religion, and we were speculating on what would happen if he went up against Kyle. You're gonna hate this, Jesus.
Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend I haven't that the thought hasn't crossed my mind at some
Wait,
point.
Kratos.
He's like, Kratos would be like, are you the try to go Jesus into? Are you the son of man? Well, I'm your daddy or something like that.
Well, I
That'd be
just don't know if
awesome.
it work, because I just don't see Jesus walking up to Kratos to be like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Oh gosh, that
Leave my home.
but like
now.
if there was
No.
an ultimate finale,
Dude, I
I
just want to see Jesus summon a dragon to attack Kratos. It's like, "Roar!" It's like, why is Jesus summoning a dragon?
come on, we're making Kyle uncomfortable.
It's just
But
like,
if there was an
I could-
ultimate finale to God of War, that would be it.
yeah,
That's all-
he just
it all
takes
ends
on the
with-
creator himself.
Yeah,
It's so
pretty
good.
much.
He's just
yeah.
like yelling at the sun. He's like, I know you're up there, motherfucker.
I know you're
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but
Like,
like
no, there is another.
He's like trying to kill the sun. He's like, ah!
well, he kills. Remember how he kills Apollo? Remember he kills Apollo. He rips off his head in God of War 3. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was brutal. That was a brutal part of that game.
I mean, what happens when he rips off Jesus's head, though? He's gonna
It
be
goes
like
back.
salvation.
It's gonna heal. It's gonna heal people. It's gonna.
He's gonna go back, and his other head's gonna bite him in the neck. And like, rah! It's gonna make two Jesuses. He's gonna be like, "What's better than one Jesus?" And the other one's gonna say two.
Hydra Jesus.
Yes, why not? Doppelganger Jesus. He just keeps growing. Like, if you cut off one head, a body grows out of it. Dude, write this shit down. Come on.
I am. I think that would be a great send off for Kratos, realizing at the end that just he's like, how am I going to beat this guy?
He's like, I can't do it. He just,
can't do it.
I've made 5 more Jesuses. How am I gonna win?
Darn it!
He's just like, I can't do it. I'm out of here, Jesus.
I'm done. I'm done. I think I'm gonna live in peace now.
Dude, we're saying good things about Jesus. We just said he can't die because he's the son of God.
Yeah, Kratos just gives up halfway through. He realizes it's just futile.
Yeah, and then
So wait. You said, can we please watch the trailer for Knuckles. Since you brought it up.
I don't want to get hit. Oh,
Oh, we can pause it.
that's
Don't be a
true. And plus, it's
None of
up,
us can
Steve.
reach you from here, Brian.
Shut up, Steve. Shut up, Steve.
Wait, hold on. I got something perfect for this. Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
I want to do it.
You're done. You are done.
Oh, shit. Take away your privileges, bro.
I thought it was appropriate, so I don't know.
Done. You are done.
You are
Definitely
done.
check out our Better Call Saul streams, right, Steve? If people still care.
Absolutely. We should. I don't know. We should do like I don't know, Breaking Bad revisit or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I agree. All right, let's look up Knuckles. You know who's in this series, right? All right, let's see.
Who's in what?
There's a sneak peek that just came out. You want to see the sneak peek?
Sure, why not? It looks so weird. It looks like such a weird movie or show. Dude, you know what was actually good? Have you guys seen it? Ted, the show on Peacock.
I've never even seen the movie. I
laughed my ass off. It was actually pretty good.
Is it as funny as the movie?
Yeah. I actually it's weird. It's like 7 episodes, but I enjoyed it a lot. I was very surprised.
Ooh. Sick.
All right.
What just grabbed him?
It looks like it's a robot of some sort.
I think it's what's his name? It's the Hound.
Dude, are the animals gonna come out when he breaks them? That would be great.
Yeah, that probably hurts.
Yep, that's the Hound right there.
So who is the Hound?
Yeah, who is the Hound?
Rory McCann.
No, dude.
Oh, you're talking about the actor who plays the Hound.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
What?
We thought you were talking about the character of the show. His name was the Hound.
There's a Sonic character named the Hound? He goes after them?
It probably is now, but
that's crazy.
No, that's the actor that plays the Hound from Game of Thrones.
So is he playing Robotnik in this?
No, he's playing some character called the Buyer. So he was an ex-employee of Robotnik, but they couldn't afford Jim Carrey, so I don't think there's gonna be no Robotnik in the show. So
okay, gotcha.
I see.
I refuse to call him Eggman.
Knuckles the Echidna.
I was hoping he'd say F off or something because
It's an honor to meet you at last.
so evil.
Wow.
I don't know.
You do that to him.
I'm getting like Doc Ock vibes from this tentacle right there.
I don't know what to do with this show.
It's almost identical to Doc Ock with the little arm there.
We got 20. We got 20 seconds left, and I don't know if I've gotten. hit yet. I probably will because this is Paramount Plus.
You're good.
You should have seen what they. I tried my best to cover the Picard trailers before the show came out.
That's true. Yeah.
Got them. I got. Well, who cares?
Trim it out. Supercharge your YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Ooh. Crush him and you win.
You give me more of a fight.
I was expecting him
homeless man.
I was expecting him to say the F word. It's like I was wondering if you give me an F.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of that show, but it's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be more wacky doodle Sonic. It's gonna be. I mean, Sonic and Tails are in the show, so I mean,
are they? Okay, well that's good.
And the wife
he was
of
actually
the
kind of getting smoked though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably watch it. It's gonna be. I'll probably feel the same as I felt about the movies. They were okay.
What did you think about the wedding scene from 2?
I don't even remember that. How do I not remember that?
Not enough Sonic.
Like a 15-20 minute wedding scene.
Yeah,
Sonic 2
with no Sonic
with no
or
Sonic.
Tails. I'm just
Yep.
like, what is this? Do we really care about these human characters?
So I'm trying to. So what? Borderlands comes out. Oh, like Zelda. So what? How are you feeling about Zelda?
Oh, I don't know how they would do a movie for Zelda. Like, would it be like would they frame it like an Indiana Jones?
I don't know. Well, they're doing it. I just don't know how.
Is it because Link can't talk?
I'm assuming Link will talk.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to talk too. I just don't think. I think live action is a bad call.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like you'd
Especially-
need a pretty insane budget for it.
Well, especially with the success of the Mario movie, I don't understand like why you even just like lean
Animated.
into that. Yeah,
Mm.
So I
I do.
If-
Love your idea for a Metroid show. Like
what if
Metroid, Primal.
what if
Oh.
they did what if they did a live action? If they did a live action Metroid, it would have to still be the same. There could be it would be like watching like you just showed Mike, because a lot of Mike's scenes when he's alone are silent. He's just doing stuff. He's investigating. He's looking into shit without a whole lot of talking, and I think that could work. I think that could work if they make a live action Metroid. Because the whole point of Metroid is you're on a planet. Samus is on a planet and she's isolated. She's alone. She might befriend one of the creatures on the planet, like maybe the baby Metroid, for instance, or some of the animals that help her. But that's it.
I still like your original idea that it's like silent, like Primal, and there's barely any talking or noise. It's just Samus going about her business in complete silence. You have the ambience, not even music, just her footsteps and drops of water and stuff like that, and just almost do it like a silent film, almost where she doesn't talk at all. That would be freaking amazing.
That's what I'm thinking. What about you? What about you, Kyle?
No, I agree. Live action, make Samus silent, and just let her performance.
Samus.
Story. Wait, what did I say? Samus.
Yeah.
Oh, Samus.
Sorry.
That's fine. I know what you're talking about. Hey, don't make fun of the pronunciation, man. I'm the pronunciation king.
Thank you. See, thank you, Brian, or Prophet. Not you, Brian. I'm not thanking you. No, but
At least I drink Diet Dr.
That's not an at least. That's unfortunately you drink Diet Dr. Pepper.
Who drinks Diet Dr. Pepper?
I do, because it's good. Better than regular Dr. Pepper.
Well, he does. No, they should totally live action it. Silent protagonist, and just like let the story and the performance take over.
Yeah, then we get some awesome action. It's just like I think the way Primal did it, I think would work for Metroid. And
it'll be scary too, right? When you have
the Metroid has there's ambiance, there's horror elements. It's not quite as much horror as like Dead Space or other series, but it's rooted from Alien and Aliens, so it has to be at least a thriller.
Yeah, I didn't like what I haven't watched the preview for that. Speaking of Alien, I never watched the new trailer.
We watched it. We did it a couple weeks ago.
Did we? Was it that underwhelming that I'd forget watching it? There wasn't much to it, right?
It showed it was a horror again. So
yeah, I did. I felt like
we actually enjoyed that one, or at least maybe I was talking to you, Kyle.
No, you might have been. I know we were talking about watching it. I don't remember if we watched it or not. We must have. I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking about Alien Romulus, right?
Yeah, I feel like
we watched the trailer.
It was a short one though, right? It was really short, pretty short.
I mean, if Fede Alvarez is directing it, then I'm expecting a lot of gore.
What else has he done?
He did the remake for Evil Dead 2013.
I haven't seen that. I'm guessing there was a lot of gore in that.
Yeah.
Was it as violent as the original Sam Raimi movie?
I'd say they probably took it a step further with the gore. But I wouldn't say it's better, but I'd say they upped the gore in the newer one.
Okay.
They seem to like go for a pretty brutal take on the older movie.
Do you think they're going to retcon Alien Isolation because it's going to be one of those inner sequel things, in between the first Alien, the second Aliens?
I think it'll be different. I think it will. I don't know if it'll retcon, but I don't know. This is Disney, right?
Yeah.
It'll be different. Yeah, they'll change things.
Or do you, based on the trailer, it looks like they're probably going to be borrowing a lot of the original Aliens beats and all that. It might even be the same movie.
Yeah,
like,
they have like the lowly lit corridors and the fog and the steam.
Heck, they even played the alarm from the original movie's trailer. And I know this because I've watched the trailer and I've crafted my own little version of the trailer based off of that. And I know that alarm sound pretty freaking well. So I was like, okay. I think they're trying to recapture that. They're trying to recapture what made the original Alien so effective.
So when they made Prometheus and they put that trailer out there and they have that guy screaming, in that alarm-like way, that was a reference to the original movie. That alarm sound. Yeah, because Prometheus had a trailer. Because when I watched that new Fede Alvarez trailer, the one that we can all barely remember, they did that screaming alarm thing you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
They did that in Prometheus. So what I thought at the time was that they took that sound. It was inspired from Prometheus. Because when you watch that trailer, you hear it sounds almost identical. So when you said, "Oh, it's from the first movie," I wondered if that's where it was from.
Yeah, I'll have to watch the Prometheus trailer again because I don't recall. I mean, I was excited for Prometheus when I first heard about it, but I don't remember I don't remember the alarm for the trailer.
I mean, I would make the sound now, but I'd probably sound really cringe and awkward if I did it.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't think it's in the trailer for Prometheus.
All right, you know what? Even though I'll feel really ashamed and want to commit seppuku, So it sounds like, oh man. So it goes, right, but it's on repeat.
Yeah,
that's definitely in the Prometheus trailer. It was like the first thing I recognized in the new teaser. So
I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it when we're done. And I'll be like, okay, all right.
I hope you liked my parrot squawking. That was for the views for sure.
I think my viewership went down. Yeah, my viewership went down now. It's only 6 people on YouTube are watching. So yeah, the chat's been pretty silent. So,
nice.
But yeah, the alien stuff. I mean, I might cover it. I don't even remember at this point. When it's going to come out. I think it's going to come out later this year or maybe the end of the year. I don't remember. But yeah, going aside, what else was announced? Like okay, I got another one since we just watched Fallout and it was done by Bethesda. Well, there's another series by Bethesda that is definitely going to be adapted. How do you think they're going to adapt Elder Scrolls?
Are they adapting Elder Scrolls?
No, I don't think they announced it, but I know it's inevitable.
Really? I don't know.
Elder Scrolls, dude.
I'm actually kind of shocked that they did Fallout first.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe they thought it was more approachable as a show. I don't know, but maybe I feel like it would just have to be. I don't know.
Do you think they would do the Game of Thrones thing?
Maybe
they would follow Game of Thrones model because I think that could work for Elder Scrolls because Elder Scrolls can be pretty brutal, right? And I don't remember if did they ever swear in Elder Scrolls? I don't remember in any of the dialogue.
Yeah, there's quite a few people who cuss and curse in that game.
Yeah, and there's just so much lore. There's so much they could do. Like there's I mean, they could do the Skyrim route. They could go the Oblivion route. They could.
Well, to me, Fallout as a series is a really good example of a video game adaptation. I feel like if they could capture the show and or at least to a movie medium the same way they did for Fallout, they could probably nail a really good Elder Scrolls movie. Because at least then, maybe if it's a movie, we can get the super budget and actually get a really good looking Elder Scrolls film. But I mean, I think it's possible. You know, they did not fail with Fallout, in my opinion. I feel like they can really. I think they could. They just have to get the right people. They have to really get somebody that cares.
No,
Yeah,
I
don't
think-
get Rafe Judkins for sure.
Oh God, yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Fallout was a failure at all. I agree with that. So I mean, it's something to build off of for sure.
Yeah.
But it's one of those. Unfortunately, we have this thing lately that, you know, I don't even know if it's lately. No series seems to be able to finish. I mean, Shogun did pretty good, but like the more seasons we get, the worse things get, and it's just sort of disheartening. But I mean, we'll see. There's building blocks to make it even better, and then whatever if they just retain some of the same people and keep going with different IPs, then great, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
So I got a
Yeah,
question
hopefully-
for you guys. Have you guys ever heard of this TMNT, The Last Ronin?
I have, yes.
I heard about it.
So because I think I forget who was talking about it amongst us, Steve, but because of that, I downloaded the original source material, the original Ninja Turtles comic.
I think Nate was talking about it. Nathan, Nathan. I think he was
Yeah.
talking about it.
And so far, it's a very rough. It's a rough comic. It's just.
Are they doing a movie? Oh, Paramount is it's right here. Yeah, there it is. So.
Yeah, an R-rated take on the franchise. I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, so far from what I'm reading of the first Ninja Turtles or the original, source material for that, it was very. They kill. The turtles kill, and
is there
in the
more than one
original.
turtle? I thought the whole point was it was only Mikey left.
Yeah, thanks for that, Steve.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was widely known. My bad.
I don't know.
He's the reason why I know too much about the Wheel of Time. Thanks, Steve.
What are you talking about? That's not true. It's not true.
I bet it'd be pretty good, but I feel like they need to nail Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first, like the classic way, before they start going the dark route. It was like how many years before we got another Superman, and then the first time we get Superman, he's a dark Superman.
Dude,
who doesn't save his dad? Who doesn't save his dad when his dad?
Have you seen the freaking newest Ninja Turtles movie?
The Michael Bay ones?
No, the cartoon one, the Ooze one, the latest cartoon one,
the one where they're against the insects, like the Seth Rogen one.
Yes.
Oh, that one, the one with the April is
yes,
looks like she belongs in
Frumpy
Velma type of
April.
deal.
Yes, Frumpy April. Yes.
What's up, Zax? So
Zax is here.
So Zax is giving away spoilers. Darth Vader is Luke's father, and Old Yeller dies in the end. Thanks,
No, he
Zax.
doesn't. He's reborn like Jesus.
Those are the two
Kratos
endings that I
kisses
have
her.
not seen yet.
When Kratos cuts off Old Yeller's head, he grows a second one. So don't worry about it. It's all right.
Yeah, Hydra Yeller.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yellorporeal.
Okay, whatever. What were we talking? We were talking about turtles. Yeah, I kind of want to read it. That's why I got the original comic. So I think a lot of that covers the first. A lot of that's like in the first movie, like the whole Master Yoshi, Master Splinter telling the whole Master Yoshi thing. But there's a lot more to it than what the movie covered, obviously. So yeah. I don't think the Shredder lasts as long as you would think he lasts. So based on what I've seen so far. So
Looking back after seeing, if you guys, I don't know if you got, depending on if you've seen the new TMNT by Seth Rogen or not. Looking back at those Michael Bay produced turtle movies, which
They look
one
really good.
by comparison, yeah.
It's odd how many things make older things that we thought were garbage look better.
I like this. I mean, I like the second one. I like the second Michael Bay movie because they brought.
Go.
I like that one too. Hey,
Yep.
I grew up on Secret of the Ooze.
I used to
I got
dance
that
to
for
that Vanilla
Christmas.
Ice, bro.
Well, plus
Yeah.
Megan Fox is in it with her spoon thumbs, right?
And which one?
The Michael Bay ones, isn't she?
Okay, yeah, that one. Not
Isn't
the
she
Go-
April?
Go-
She's April in those, right?
Yeah, she's April.
Michael Bay's like, you talk shit about me in Transformers and I fired you and ruined your career. Would you like a second chance? And she's like, sure, what do you need? And we all know what he got. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
I liked how they brought Krang into the second one. I liked that little fight that they had. It made me think of the arcade game a little bit.
Dude, the new oh god, what's it called? The new Turtles game is really awesome. The old school,
The Shredder's Revenge.
Shredder's Revenge. Yeah, dude, it's so good. I love that game.
Yeah,
I hear that one is
my
so
next.
good.
What's funny is my next guest gifted me that game last year. So yeah, so I played it.
Yeah.
So
Did you play it?
I did. I played
Yeah,
it
me
online.
and Easton played the crap out of it. Yeah, we played. It was fun, dude. It was good stuff.
I saw you could be a bunny samurai Ronin in that.
Yeah,
game.
there's an expansion. You can be Ninja Bunny and oh god, what was the other guy you could be? In the expansion, Easton. What is it? Come on. You
Tell
failed.
me. Tell
God damn it. I'm gonna throw him out the window. He's useless.
Throw Easton out the window.
It was too
Isn't he bigger than you now, Steve?
Yeah, probably. That's probably true. He is bigger than me in many ways, in height and stature.
Yeah. Next time I come down, he's gonna be taller than me. So
Yeah, dude, he's a giant, man. But yeah, that game's fun.
So are there any other adaptations that you want to see? Any other game adaptations like Kyle? I know you love Elden Ring and you love all the Dark Souls series. Would you want to see that adapted?
If they do what we were talking about earlier with the with the whole Metroid silent protagonist thing and just lean into the horror and let the horror take control, maybe but again, you just have to have somebody that gives a crap.
I feel like Elden Ring's too big. I
was thinking more Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Yeah. Elden Ring, I don't know if it's possible.
That'd be insane. That would have to be a movie.
Several. It would have to be several. Yeah. I don't know too much. Yeah.
Way too much in those
yeah.
But I feel like they could really nail a horror like Dark Souls. They could totally, because Master Chief, right? You never see his face in the games, but he is so iconic and people love him. And I'm not going to go into a rant about Halo Season 2.
I was going to say, we see his face. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, that's Master Cheeks. That's Master Cheeks.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I got confused. My bad.
Yeah, but I think that they could do I think that they should do more silent protagonist stuff. And for Dark Souls, I think that would work.
Dude, there's several out there that you could just do the silent, just like, I don't know. Have you seen Primal on HBO?
I haven't, and I've heard good things.
It's so good.
I showed, what's funny is I showed your brother and I showed AC that the other, I think last week.
But not me.
No. Kyle's
my brother. Where did you meet my brother? That's weird. No,
I met your brother when I hung out. Your brother came over. Remember?
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He was here.
I think I met your whole family. I met your kids. I met your dad. I met your brother and all that.
True.
So yeah,
true. But
Minty Kaling is X.
No. Show running what? The
nothing
Dark Souls?
ever again.
Oh no.
Velma just came out today, didn't it?
Wait, what?
Velma
right?
season 2. Yeah, Velma season 2. You gonna cover it, Kyle?
I'm tempted, man, but I'm having so much fun covering Gamergate right now.
Yeah, I'd stick with game. I would stick with Gamergate.
Velma 2.
I want to though. I want to because I know that show's garbage.
How did you get through the first season? That like I don't think I don't have the strength to do that.
Cringe meter was like to 80, like out of 10.
I don't know. I think when you watch a show like that at a point in your life when you're directionless, it's a little bit easier to swallow. But it was torture watching it. It was. The show made absolutely no sense. I feel that it was some of the most hateful writing I've ever seen in a television show. Pure nonsense. Just jargon. The kind of stuff that you read in a contract that just you don't even know what it is you're looking at.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Like trying to think what else. What else could they adapt?
You guys mentioned Borderlands. I mean, that one looks like trash to me.
It looks horrible.
Now that's a movie. Now I think that's going to be adapted into a movie.
It's already adapted. It comes out like next
month. You got
a
trailer.
Do we know? I forget. Do we know who's the who's directing it, writing it?
Yeah, Eli Roth.
Eli Roth. So it's going to be torture porn then.
Yep, because they're going the Guardians of the Galaxy route with this one. They've got old Kate Blanchett playing a really young Firehawk. Makes no sense. Kevin Hart just does not fit as Roland, and then the girl who plays the daughter in the Barbie movie that I didn't care for. Now she's Tiny Tina, and then they have Krieg. So
they're picking they're gonna pick like. They're just picking weird outlet. Like it's like, oh, everything's weird in Borderlands, so we could be crazy and do crazy shit. And like it's like, no, just fuck you.
Plus, they ruined Claptrap because they gave Jack Black the voice
for his Claptrap. It's like I don't know much about Borderlands, but that doesn't work.
Well, in the game, Claptrap is like he's like a dumb robot, but he's all cheerful and friendly and stuff, and he's just like a hopeless little robot. But in this movie, they make him like some weird little pervy little robot that's just like, keep watching while I like get off on whatever. What is this I'm watching? This is nuts.
It looks. I saw the preview in the theater, and it's just like, oh my god, this is. Yeah. It looks so terrible. Like just everything, like giant, like everything's fucking just incredibly crazy color, and it's just like the colors it's like color overload. It's like hey, we're gonna go through the piss stream. I'm gonna keep the window open. It's like, why? are you a fucking retard? Like I don't even like. It's like that's not just like. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what is that scene supposed to show us? That the little girl with the bunny ears is a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Oh,
They do the whole cell shading thing. They cell shade all the objects, but the characters are not cell shaded. It looks really weird.
So I forget, does part of this take place in space? I've never played Borderlands.
It does take it. Like the first game takes place entirely on the planet Pandora, but then like 2, you kind of go out into space a little bit when you're fighting Hyperion, which is like this really ultra rich organization that's like taken all the wealth of the world onto itself and is like controlling everything corporately. But then and then like I think in Borderlands 3 they take off to all kinds of different worlds with different vaults on it. But Borderlands 3 is the weakest of all the games. In fact, I'd say it's very poor.
Then do you guys like respond to a certain Borderlands 3 writer?
Yes, the Borderlands 3 writer who is I actually learned some very interesting things about that writer. But yes, the defense is the Sweet Baby Inc. and taking a stance against normal gamers. That didn't sit well for people who already didn't like that guy. But it's funny. Apparently, people have been bringing up how bad his writing was on that game for the last 5 years. He admitted on Twitter.
I'm getting some Mad Max vibes here.
It's definitely inspired.
They're it's heavily inspired by Mad Max. Absolutely. It's gonna be just like ultra. Yeah, it's gonna be generic Mad Max, but with
a team of characters instead of just a loner.
with red-haired Furiosa.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of
So-
that? What do you guys think of that trailer?
So take a
Furiosa.
look
I
at
hated
this.
it.
Take a look at this. Kate Blanchett and Roland right there on the right, who Kevin Hart plays, and Lilith on the left. They're supposed to fall in love and get together. So does this look like a match made in heaven to you? He's like way older than this guy.
Yeah.
Now Krieg looks pretty good in the back because he has no face and he's just like some muscular dude like in the game. It's kind of crazy too.
I don't like. She can act, so what is she doing in this movie?
I don't know. To me personally, I think she's phoning in her lines. She's just like, "Oh, I hate this planet." I'm like, "Wow, so exciting!
Well,
Can't wait."
She probably is because she got herself a paycheck, right? I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like this, it's like it's all like the mute face shit when she's shooting shit and flipping through the air. Like,
Do you think she's drawing from her role from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
why not? I've blocked that movie out of my brain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
This
it's
doesn't
Bobby.
look
That's
like-
Bobby Lee.
It's
What's he
all
doing
just,
in this?
it's because we need quirky, freaking crazy shit has to happen in every second.
Yeah, there's this just really weird scene in the trailer with Claptrap where it's just they're all forced to watch while he's going through some kind of euphoric moment, so to speak.
I forget. Claptrap's the robot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah, she plays a character who's like really, really young in the game too. The super smart genius chick. I think her name is Tanith. Tanith? I believe it's Tanith or Tanis, but I'm pretty sure it's Tanith.
Was this old woman the game? Is that what it is? Or the movie?
I have to say, there's got to be a reason they're making all the ladies that are super ultra beautiful in the game old and decrepit in this one.
Yeah. No, there's no reason for that, right?
Yeah. None at all.
All right. So, I have no stake in this. I have no stake in this movie. I only played a little bit of co-op with someone. I think it was Borderlands 2 or something.
Ooh.
The one with that one dude, the one villain, I forget his name.
Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack, that's right. Yeah,
One
I
of the
remember
best
playing.
villains ever.
There you go. Oh my gosh, this got ratio too. Holy crap.
Oh,
What
did it?
Borderlands
Let's
did?
look at
It did?
Yeah, I'll put it up again.
Good.
It's 54K positive upvotes to 89K
Oh,
downvotes.
hardcore.
Yes.
Hardcore
People have
ratio.
spoken.
Right here.
Ooh,
54K to 89K.
Hardcore
Yeah, because they
ratio.
ruined it. They destroyed it.
I didn't realize that Borderlands. Oh, so the first comment.
Exactly, dude. What the
Wait,
heck?
what did it say? I couldn't.
I
can't read.
really didn't realize that Borderlands turned into a senior living facility and you got
Yeah.
this skull and crossbones. This movie looks like it's trying to be a Borderlands parody rather than an actual
that's what I'm talking
adaptation.
about. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, fucking
Yup.
goofy shit. Yeah.
This movie better come with a disclaimer, possibly inspired by a screenshot of a Borderlands game. Lilith is supposed to be 27 in Borderlands 2. Why in the world did they cast someone who was 54 to play someone in their 20s? This movie feels like a strange fever dream. The trailer makes this feel like a family road trip movie.
Right? It does. These are all dead on, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This whole movie needs the Sonic treatment.
It does. It does. Yes, I agree. Because like they do this weird thing where like the whole movie's cell shaded. They do that cell shading art, like they do in the game. But then the characters themselves are just not, and it looks completely out of place.
Introducing
that's just
Kevin
one-
Hart as Kevin Hart, but in Borderlands.
Right. Exactly. No, that's exactly right, too.
Roland is like 6'7".
Who's 6'7"?
Roland, the character that
Character
like
Kevin
the
Hart's
heroic.
playing.
the heroic soldier leader that like leads the entire resistance. That's who Kevin Hart's playing.
And he said, "Holy crap!"
Jack
Cart's
Black
like
as
5'2".
Claptrap. What the fuck are they thinking, bro? Right? I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's.
Well, if he can play Bowser, he can play Claptrap.
That comment's hilarious. It says superb work. You can really tell the production team glanced at the Borderlands Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Hollywood. How do you do, you fellow gamers? And Steve Buscemi. Starting the betting pool now. Handsome Jack will be played by Will Ferrell.
Probably.
You know a trailer is bad when you love every single actor in it, and all you can think is not a single one of these people are correctly cast.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is.
I mean, Kate Blanchett. She's not exactly short either. Isn't she tall? She's a tall
Yeah,
lady.
she's pretty
Yeah,
tall.
she's about as tall as she's like 5'7", I think.
Yep.
Taller than
Like, it just
Kevin Hart for sure.
Just feels like another Jumanji rather than a Borderlands.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't people like Jumanji though?
The first one.
The first one, yeah.
The Robin Williams one or the
No, I think
Okay,
the first remake. I think they liked.
oh, the first remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
First remake wasn't bad. It was all right. I'm tired of The Rock. I'm tired of seeing the fucking Rock. I'm so tired of The Rock.
Yes, same here.
Yeah, well.
No offense to the Rock. We're just sick of seeing the same people in every movie.
He had a good run. He needs to take a break. Like, go, yeah. It's just
Wow, that's just crazy. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of the same comments here. So, just that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to read. So, yeah, so we're 2 hours in. It is past midnight, and I got stuff I got to do. And I know Kyle, you got stuff I know you got stuff to do. And Steve, I know you're tired. So
stuff to do. Jeez, good lord, it's late.
This is just the beginning. No,
this is just the beginning. So, you got anything you want to? I guess we'll conclude with. You guys have anything you want to promote? Start with Kyle.
Well, I usually do a live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays evenings at 9:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I came onto the show tonight just because I've been waiting to do a Chillporeal with Brian here for quite a while. So I was really excited to come here tonight. It was a lot of fun. But that's what I do usually on Tuesdays and Thursday nights on the Price of Reason Rumble channel with Price of Reason. Or you can go on to his channel, Price of Reason Live, to see our live streams. I think he's streaming right now because I couldn't be there tonight, but he's up there. So, give him a follow. That'd be awesome. And then on my end, I'm just trying to cover what I can. I do like one video a day if I can manage, and I cover a lot of Gamergate stuff. We'll see how it evolves, but there's just so much crazy stuff going on. The gaming industry, I just say it's safe to say that the gaming industry is on fire, like just in flames.
Not in the good way. Not in the good way.
Not in the good way. It's just like a smoldering, ashy heap of just, I don't know. But it's a lot to navigate through, and so I'm just doing that. That's what I've got going on right now.
Well, thanks, Kyle. What was your latest? You dropped a video today, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I dropped a video about Surgeon Studios, because their game that they hired Sweet Baby Inc., the consultancy agency for, it crashed and burned on Steam with like maybe under 100 people playing it. It had like a peak of like 280 something, but it turns out that game is more than just a hiring of Sweet Baby Inc. The person who runs it used to work with the Sweet Baby Inc. CEO. They had a Sweet Baby Inc. like way before Sweet Baby, so that goes way back with the person who's running that game. And people don't know about it. They're not playing it, and it's just crashed and burned. And so there's just a lot being exposed about that. Of course, Warhammer is also in big trouble. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard about it. The CFO of Games Workshop just dumped all of her like 2/3 of her shares at like $850,000, and she announced her resignation, I think back in January or something, or she's either that or she's quitting permanently in January. But yeah, like I said, everything's on fire. So yeah.
Oh.
What about you?
Well, on a
you,
lighter
Steve?
note,
Well, Warhammer's been trying to kill itself for the last like two, like I don't know. It's been a while now. When they turned that one demon like gay or something like that, it's like what? I don't know. It was so weird. But Warhammer's been in trouble for a long time. Me, I don't know. What am I doing? Who knows, Brian? Who knows?
Who knows?
What am I doing? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I will be awake. I don't know. There's a list of stuff I should do, but I gotta find time to do it. And then, I think there may be a stream or two over the weekend, just finishing up, looking at Jordan Con stuff. But yeah, other than that, I just need to get some time, make some videos, trying to get my channel going the right direction. But yeah, this is fun, dude. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you guys for doing this. Kyle, thanks for coming on my channel at the expense of your commitment. I'm assuming it's a commitment to price, so appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate our friendship. I wanted to get the three of us on. I thought this crossover was epic as hell and all that. So
It was epic. It was great talking to you, Prophet. Man,
Yeah, you too, man.
Glad.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Like you're killing it. So just keep on going, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
keep
man.
on doing it. Yeah, keep on going. We're happy for you.
And just know I still love you all, and I still love talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
well, except me.
I'm
Except
with a
me,
couple of big timers here.
especially my distaste for Dr. Pepper.
You're 10, like Nerporial's at 4. I'm a lowly 3.8, so it's okay. It's all right.
yo, we got to get him to 4.
We
bro.
gotta get him.
We gotta get him to 4K.
We gotta get him to 4.
I gotta make some videos.
I've been telling you to do lore videos, dude. You love the Cosmere. Do some Cosmere lore videos.
Dude, do you have time for me? Would you like to make the days like 28 hours long? I'll be good.
Because if you do the lore videos, I might get interested in reading some.
Ryan finished just finished the second.
Yeah, he was telling me yesterday during the
we're talking about doing a Way of Kings and Radiance thing. So with him again, like I did with the Wheel of Time stuff. So
he told me he likes that more than
he's enjoying Stormlight more than Wheel of Time right now. But I think that's probably a generational thing. So
yeah, I told him how I felt about the last couple Wheel of Time books.
Yeah,
and I told him it was a hot take. So
I'm not convinced.
He laughed.
So I'm not the way with what you said. I'm not convinced you can read. So.
Oh, shut up. Hey, I missed one thing. I missed one thing. Oh, it was a major thing. Okay, it was a major thing, but it didn't save the ending of the 5th book.
I'm just kidding you, man.
But yeah,
it's all good.
No, man,
yeah.
That one mistake that discredited you.
Yeah,
you're discredited.
You can't read.
Oh, not you too, Kyle. You're the nice one. You're the white.
See what I do?
See what I do? The white pill.
You're the problematic one.
You're doing great, Brian. Yeah.
But what's going on with me? Well, Chillporeal next week, of course. Same day, well, it'll be earlier. It'll be my usual 8 o'clock. I had to start later because Steve had to work and he wanted to do it earlier, but I was like, no, Steve, just I don't want you to leave work early, and plus, Kyle has dad duties, that he has to do until then, so that's why we did this later. So I appreciate you guys being on this late with me.
Yeah, I appreciate it too.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, and so videos. I've been really slacking the last 3 months. I haven't uploaded a video in 3 months, so gotta do something. I gotta think of something to do. So
giving me shit. Why are you giving me shit?
Because
God damn.
Well, I mean, my older videos
Our evergreen
are
content,
evergreen, so I don't have that
Evergreen,
problem.
baby.
But I need you to, you gotta make some, lore videos. Do what Nerd Cookies does. She makes
What's a nerd cookie?
she's a channel that went.
Oh yeah.
She grew it to like 200,000 by just
Oh,
doing
yeah.
more
She just
videos
does like
of Dune
Dune, yeah, and Warhammer
Yeah.
more recently. But you could like stagger your material, so like talk about one thing for a long time, and then you'll like never run out of content.
yeah, pretty much.
There's a lot. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, my main project is 2001: Space Odyssey. I've been saying this for months now. Yes, I got to get my ass on it and all that. So, yeah, and I'm just thinking I have the next. Let's see, I have the next several weeks of Chillporeals planned out with different guests. I'm considering I want to do some more crossover events like this. So I'm trying to think of, who would want to pair with who and all that. Like, so like, Kyle, Yumi, and AC, I think would be a great trio at some point. And Steve, I think you, me, and maybe Nathan, I think would be another great. I don't know who.
Yeah, I hate AC. Fuck that guy.
Ooh.
I wouldn't want to be with him ever.
Well, yeah, AC hates Shogun, but he also hates good games too. So
AC hears that, he's just like,
he knows I'm joking.
So yeah, AC's a good dude. Definitely, if you subscribe to AC, Angry Canadian, if you haven't. So all right,
don't hold against some of these Canadians. It's okay.
Yeah, we won't hold it. Yeah, exactly. Poutine is gross though. I can't. I'll never get
poopy. I used to call it poopy. It drove my ex-wife nuts. I called it poopy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was 8 at the time, but
But yeah. So but other than that, video. I think my next video game thing is I still have to do the old Mario educational retrospective. Yeah. That's another thing, and then after that, I'm thinking of doing a satire. Remember the satire I did for Wheel of Time season 2? I might do one for the whole Sweet Baby thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you. I've always wondered this. How long did it take you to render your 5-hour video?
I split it into 3 parts initially.
Okay.
That took me a couple months.
And wait, to render it? Took you months to render it? I think he's like probably a few. I would probably
that project. I think I released that project in September, or I think it was September or October, and I started it in June.
I think he was talking about like when it was finished, like the edit, like when you finally had it together and you hit edit or whatever button it is on your editor to like upload it, like to make it a video. Yeah,
because you have to combine it at some point.
The entire project took combining it didn't take long because I just took the 3 videos I already uploaded, or I already created that I uploaded. I just put them together. And I added the intermission. Wow. I had 2 intermissions, and I used the orchestral soundtrack of Ocarina of Time that came out around the same time the game, or came out shortly after the game came out. So wow. I never heard that. I was listening to it, I'm like, dude, this is so good. I wanted to incorporate it, and I wanted to incorporate it. So I did. And I thought it was a beautiful way to do a intermission, because I wanted it to be I wanted it to be like an epic film. You know how the epic films had one thing I probably should have put in was the overture I probably should have put an overture at the beginning, but well. maybe a future edit or something. I don't know. But the 2 intermissions I thought I did a good job. I showed like people's artwork, and just I cut some of my favorite stuff. It's like all the temple themes and the ocarina, all the ocarina themes I thought were beautiful, and I don't know.
No wonder it took you a couple months.
Yeah, because this was 2022. So June, I released the Mario 64 one. That was one I did before that. Did okay, and then after that, I started the Ocarina project, and that was I wrote 40 pages. I had to. It took me a whole day to record my audio because I kept making mistakes, multiple takes, and then I put it into the editor, and then I had to start editing quite a bit, and I had to cut. I had to break it up into 3 parts.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm like, how many should I break it up? 3? Yes. Why? Well, Triforce. 3 parts. So
That's actually pretty clever, Brian. The Triforce.
yeah. So part 1 covers like the background and the beginning of the game, and then part 2 covers like the middle part of the game, or the first half of the second part of the game, and then part 3 covers the final part of the game, and then a whole bunch of other asides, a whole bunch of other things I wanted to mention or bring up. So yeah, so lots of call outs, a lot of shout outs and all that. So yeah, and I had my buddy Marty, because that was the game that me and him kind of bonded over, and that's how we became friends. And I had him do a 10-minute thing where he was just talking about it. He was at work, he was on his lunch, and he just talked about it, and I edited the best parts, and I add stuff to it. So yeah, wow. So it was a beautiful project. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, after that I was just like, I don't know how I could top anything else. And then after that I felt like I accomplished my channel because that's what I was working up to was that particular game. So
yeah, that was a huge video. Yeah, I was just really impressed by that.
I'm surprised you got through the entire thing.
Oh, I took a lot of breaks.
You did. That's good. So. But yeah, so I do want to keep making retrospectives. It's just they're a lot of work, and I'm trying to get back into the routine. So if I get back into the gym, like which I'm doing now, I can probably go back into making videos. Nice. But that's it, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button and hit definitely subscribe to these gentlemen, like their videos, and Kyle, should everybody ring the bell for notifications?
Yes, hit that notification bell so that you're always up to date on what kind of thing Dreadroberts has going on, Prophet, and me as well.
Truer words have not been said. And Steve, should more people join the Dreadroberts Continuum?
Of course, if you want your hair to be luscious and long, and your relationship with your children to be better, and of course the unsaid inches to be added. Of course, join the continuum. You'll be a better man or woman.
There you go.
It's guaranteed. Yeah. It's guaranteed.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here, and have a good night. Stay Dreadroberts, everybody, and may the wings of Dreadroberts carry you to happiness.
All right, everyone. See you later.
Take care, and let's see who's going to be on the next Chillporeal.